And we're live.
Yeah.
Boom.
I'm excited. The guys with me might not be so much. But welcome! Dude, I mean, no, we're 4-1. We're 4-1.
Feels great to be 4-1.
Yeah!
Couldn't be
Hell
happier.
yeah!
Life is great.
Life is so good.
Love my team.
If you shout out, if you guys haven't taken a look at Noah's profile picture, you need to.
It's so good.
I haven't seen it. I actually need to see
so
Oh,
this.
you gotta go check it out, man. It's great.
It's
I'm
so
checking it
good.
out right now.
Initially,
When it
I was like, "What is this?" And I clicked
gotta
on
be
it,
my
and I was
finest
like,
work yet.
"Oh my gosh, this is great."
It's the greatest. When it came up, I immediately texted Noah and said, "This might be the greatest of all time."
That's awesome. How long did that take to make?
Oh, like 5 minutes. No time at all.
That's
It's
awesome.
so good. But yeah, welcome in, Sam. It's been a little bit. How you been, buddy?
It's not been good.
Well, let's talk about you. You know what? Let's just dive right in. You're at 12.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Dang.
Your own rankings couldn't save you.
I thought they would
Oh,
at least
wait,
jump
are
up at
these-
least
Are
one.
these Sam's rankings or
These are Sam's in the
Justin's?
middle, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I don't even know what you guys are looking at, but whatever.
Yeah, so Sam's got himself at 11, but Noah and I both have him at 12. Justin, I'm assuming you're similar. Sam, what's happening? Talk to me.
Oh my gosh, what isn't happening with this team? Oh my gosh, it has just been. I can't catch a break with this team. I mean, I felt really good out of the draft. That was the thing. Like, and we all talked about it. Like, Luke, you were saying how like you really liked my draft. I felt really good about it. I thought I got value at almost every pick that I did have, but turns out. I mean, the first hit was obviously the JT PUP stuff and preseason not getting traded and all the drama. It was a risk, but I thought it was the best available where I was at because the next available running back was Najee, and I was never going to draft Najee.
Well, yeah, we'll talk about Najee later.
So, JT to start, I mean, that's obviously a huge hit to the team. And then the Bengals. I mean, the Bengals have just been horrible all season. And the fact is, it's just been a waiting game on them. It's just like, every person that I've talked to, it's like, nah, they'll turn it around. Just wait. A week later, nah, just wait another week. I can't wait another week. I can't. So that's been obviously horrible, and then just injuries, man. Saquon was looking so good in week 2, and then literally the last play. It's what is it about my players getting hurt the last play of games too? Jalen Waddle and Saquon Barkley got hurt the last play of their drives. And it's just like, what is happening right now? And then obviously Jalen Waddle's been crap. The only highlight of this entire team is Sam Laporta. It's the only highlight. There's nothing else on this team.
Sam's hero, Sam.
Do
We
you have
need
any
to get you a
keeper
jersey.
value here?
Oh, yeah. 11th round with Sam Laporta. That's the highlight right there.
Spicy.
That's going to carry me for a couple years. I'm excited about that. But the whole, I mean, this is the first week that I've had my starting roster healthy, or everyone actually playing.
God.
6 weeks into the season.
Is Higgins going to play?
He's trending towards it. He practiced
Okay.
last week,
Day-to-day.
so he's day-to-day. There's no confirmation. I mean, if he's playing, I'm playing him because I'm not playing Cortland Sutton or anyone else. I don't
You mean
trust
Cortland
anyone else.
sitting?
Cortland's sitting. Hey, he's been pretty good except for last week. He just disappeared last week. He's been solid. For my
He has been
standards, he's been good. He's for my
Yeah,
standards
he's
and
been
my
good.
team,
You
he's
should,
been good.
You should drop him. I need him now.
No, I want him. But also, I've just been spending fab like crazy. Josh Kelly was probably the biggest disappointment of my acquisitions, spending $18 of fab, getting
Ooh.
touches, and then just putting up a combined 6 points in like 3 weeks. So it's like, I mean, it's like I'm doing everything that I can. Like I don't know what else I can do. I've been trying to like trade. No one wants my players. That's the other issue. It's like the only person that people might want is Sam Laporta, which that's giving up my future. So it's like, all right, what am I gonna do? So I
We'll talk
can't
after.
trade. I can't pick up anybody else because everyone else has bigger fab budgets than me now. Like if I do
What
a
about me?
20%, that's like I calculated that's like $10 of fab. It's like that's never gonna win me a bid. So it's like, what do? Bid 50% of my entire fab on one player? I practically did that this week on Roshan Johnson, which was $18 a fab. So that was great.
Oh, you only have
and
38 fab.
Yeah, I only have 38 fab,
Jeez.
which, yeah,
you
so
only
down
have
in
22.
1-4. The only hope at this point is just my players turn it around. I mean, and then hopefully
Well,
have
I would.
some
I mean,
value.
to be completely selfish, can you wait another week?
What?
Can you just wait? You played me, so can you like hold off the comeback
Well,
just one more week, and then you can win out? Okay,
I
bud?
don't think that they're ever going to come back at this rate. So no one wants to play football on my team. So I think I'm thinking about, and I've thought about this for a little bit. I think I need a locker room guy for my team. So I'm thinking about picking up Tim Tebow.
He's
Get
there.
a locker room guy.
The more
Get him on the
one.
bench. Get these guys going again, because that's what my team needs. They need to get healthy, and they need a new locker room. So I think that's what's going on. I think that's the problem.
Russell Wilson's not doing it for you,
Bro, man. Broncos country. Russ is not good.
God.
Honestly, no, he's been pretty good. I like the weeks that I was tempted to play him over Burrow last week. It was just the matchup that I didn't like. That was the only issue. That's why I started Burrow.
Oh, and you picked right last week.
I did pick right.
Burrow did.
That was a really hard
Burrow did
decision. I
something for
didn't
you.
know if I should play Burrow or Russell Wilson.
That's horrible.
That was so hard.
Guys, can you imagine having I don't know if I should start Burrow over Russell Wilson?
Yeah. That's when you know you're down bad, right? Exactly. I mean, for the most part, my lineup decisions have been easy because it's no one's healthy. It's Rashad White and Josh Kelly. Yeah, of course. 18 touches a game. Yeah, that's enough. So it's just been a pretty rough season. I mean, Monday mornings have not been fun to wake up, or Tuesday mornings have not been fun when your team has barely put up 80 points every week. I'm averaging 74 points a week. It's just.
Ugh.
I was gonna bring this up. So there's one team, and we'll get to them, who's alone in the 600s right now. One team alone in the 600s. Then there's 9 teams No, 9 teams. Sorry, 9 teams that are in 500s, all through the 500s. So that's kind of like the league normal average. And then you have a team that's in the high 400s. So they're almost at 500. And then you have Sam at 373. It's a disaster. The points
It's just
scored,
terrible.
Plugging them in, I thought I was looking at the wrong week when I was plugging them in.
Right.
Was
That's
am
what I
on
would
streak?
think. It's the
Look.
highest scored is 114 in this entire season against Justin, and then the lowest is 39. And also my points against. I have the most points against by
Yes, you do.
far.
By a huge margin.
By a huge margin.
On.
So it's just it's not I'm not only am I getting crushed, but I'm also not putting up points. So it's just it's
Yeah,
a
that's
double
the rest of the
whammy.
mean.
It's double whammy, and it's just depressing.
When your points against are higher than the highest team scoring, that just sucks.
Yeah.
Like,
it's terrible.
It means you're playing boom weeks. Yeah, it's tough, bud. It's tough. The again, hopefully kind of you round the corner next week, not this one. But I want to try to fix, set the record straight for all the listeners. I do want to trade with you. I don't know if you want to go back. We can talk after. We can work out a deal, not regarding Sam Laporta. We can find somebody else.
Of course. I'll put this out there for everyone. There will be a fire sale. There will be. If I don't win more than 4 games by week 9, which whenever the trade deadline is, everyone is going. Everyone. I don't care.
Pennies on the dollar.
Everyone is going. And I'm gonna make sure that I want draft capital. I'm just gonna put that out there. So, if you want players, they're all going. If they might go to all one team if they're willing to pay that price. But that's all I'm saying is it's gonna happen. There's just no hope
is
for
coming
this.
to replace the roster. Moving on.
He's gonna buy again. He's gonna be 4-4. He's like, oh shoot, I gotta do it again.
All right.
So that I am looking forward to. I'm looking forward to next year. I am looking forward to having a lot of draft capital and Sam Laporta, and hopefully JSN. That would be pretty nice if that turns out, but no hopes for that right now. We'll just have to keep waiting. But I'm still trying. I'm still trying. I'm still going to put effort.
this is kind of one of the cool things about our league is that you can have that expectation to look forward to. I know a lot of redraft leagues, like you get in a situation, it's like, okay, I'm checking out. Like the season's over, I have nothing to look forward to.
I think it's yes and no. I mean, there's two sides of the coin, right? I think with redraft, it's kind of nice because everyone's on the same playing field to start, as well as with redraft league. There's no incentive to keep players to sell them. So in my case right now, and this is what I've been thinking about, it's hard to give up a Jonathan Taylor right now when I know later down the line he's going to have a lot of value towards the trade deadline, and he's going to have a lot of value to trade away for draft capital. So that's the kind of mindset that I'm in, is like, yes, I could trade away some key assets and try and make a push for playoffs, but it's way too early because none of them have necessarily broke out where their value is high enough to get a haul for like draft capital, which is ultimately what I'm going to be playing for, because obviously that's how our league works. So I think that's kind of the deal with redraft versus dynasty, and why, like, I have a bone to pick with both, right? I think dynasty is really cool, but at the same time, there are aspects that redraft is better in terms of, like, I would probably be making a move right now if this was redraft, like trading away a Jonathan Taylor. Yeah, I would totally be pushing to trade away Jonathan Taylor in a piece for, I don't know, a wide receiver or something. Or like T. Higgins and Jonathan Taylor to go get like Keenan Allen or something like that. Like, I would totally be doing that right now, but like, not right now. Like, not in this format. It doesn't make any sense. There's just too many good teams as well too, like, that I can't compete with, even if I try to trade away.
Interesting. Well, there you go. And I'm sure there are some teams, Santos, that can relate with you in this aspect. Moving on to Santos is at 11. No change here. We've talked about Santos at length. We can move on. Justin, you're at 10. So we're here for you. Is this a safe space?
Drop of 2.
Dang.
A drop of 2.
I think I had you higher, Justin.
Yeah,
you were the highest. You had him at 8. I have him at 9. Noah has him at 10. Justin, it's your time.
You know, it's I don't. You do everything you can, but you lose. I mean, injuries have been rough. Cooper Kupp, man, gets hurt before the season. I pick up Puka. He's a wide receiver 1. My team still somehow sucks. I mean, CeeDee Lamb has been a huge disappointment. The injuries have been like, Richardson was like a hit.
Yeah.
And he can't. I've gotten he's played two healthy games, only one healthy game for me. Yeah, I think the team is great, but the team just does not want to perform, and there have been no breaks. So but I get one this week. Thank you, Noah.
Do you? Whoa, famous last words. Clip that. We're coming back to that.
Yeah. Clip it. That's good.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, I do want to point out something that I brought up last week, and you all laughed me out of the room. Like, you have to start Nakua and Kupp. Any owner in the world has to start Kupp and Nakua. There's no doubt. But neither of them are going to do 30 plus. And if one does, the other's not going to do anything. Like, you're like stuck. You're limiting your ceiling, in my opinion. And I think Montgomery's going to be a stud the rest of the year. But yeah, Richardson being hurt, CeeLamb. I didn't realize how bad CeeLamb has been. He's been really bad. I didn't notice. Like,
He's been pretty bad.
He's been bad.
Both of my first round picks have done pretty much nothing up until like last week when Cooper Kupp returned. But Cooper Kupp is back, and CeeDee Lamb gets the Chargers this week. So maybe I will get first round production out of these two guys for 1 week. Maybe. We'll see.
And Jake Elliott has been a stud, bro.
Oh,
kicker
K1,
one.
baby.
Yeah.
K1.
Oh,
See, it's like,
really?
I don't
11,
understand.
18,
like
11.
there's a lot of studs on this team, and yet this team is 1-4. It's just like I don't understand it.
Where are you in points against?
I'm like second or third.
You're in the middle. You're fourth. Yeah, it's tough. Sorry if I don't sound so sad. No, not second.
590.
Look at
590.
I'm looking at a 618 for one person. I'm looking at a 624 for another. Okay, third. Either way, Sorry, I don't sound so pitiful. I don't want you to win anything.
Oh, there's two people in the same city.
Yeah.
Your time has come.
I'm very happy that you're 1-4.
The whole league is.
and I hope that you don't catch a break this week, even though it will help a rival of mine come playoff time. But yeah, it's disappointing. Definitely disappointing. I'm still reeling by the CeeDee Lamb revelation. I had no idea he's been bad.
Yeah.
I loved him last year. He was phenomenal.
I think it's just the Cowboys in general are bad, personally.
Well, they've either blown people out or they've been blown out, and there's been no in between, and that's been the problem.
Played crap teams up until San Fran.
San Francisco is maybe the best team of football.
Oh yeah,
Probably is the
by
best team.
far. But like Dallas, if you look at their schedule, the first 40 weeks, who have they played? It's like no one.
Giants, Jets, Arizona, a terrible New England squad.
Yeah.
Yikes. Yeah. So sitting at 10, Justin. Hopefully, brighter horizons are here for you next year. Not this year.
I'm going down with this ship.
Justin's over here like, bye. Making this
I mean,
happen.
literally, I'm going to keep rolling. I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to keep, I might even buy until literally I have mathematically no chance to make playoffs. Like, that is the strategy. There is no like, oh, I think this team might not be able to do it. No, I'm going to keep going until it literally can't.
But it does make me happy to see that you're struggling. Okay. No, anything else to say here?
Nope.
Moving on to Jacob. Jacob's at 9. Stays the same spot. Has some guys coming back from bye. Thielen has been a great high point. I don't really want to go over unless there's been a big roster change. Hope you guys are okay with that. I do want to highlight though, Tony Pollard has been suffering CeeDee Lamb syndrome. I guess he's been not good as well. And do we think that the Cowboys will bounce back at all?
If they don't bounce back this week, it's full on alarm bells because it's the Chargers this week.
Yeah.
The Chargers are poopy on defense. That offense is great though. Should be a nice shootout. But yeah, Jacob, keep pounding. I know that he's 2-3. He's trying to make the all that capital he acquired last season. He's trying to make it work as well. Things haven't panned out.
This team should benefit by having Addison as well. Maybe Jameson Williams develops. Got some prospective running backs on the bench, so I wouldn't be surprised if he strings together some wins here.
Yeah, I mean Justice Hill's been good
for
fantasy.
Yeah.
Same with Lamar. Lamar last week, that was not his fault. Like all his wide receivers just dropped touchdowns. Like they could not catch anything.
Fan, it was so good. You could see him like throw a ball and like Zay Flowers just drops it and he's like
I don't know how the Ravens lost that game.
I'm so glad they did.
Well, I know you are. I'm just saying that was bad.
Moving on to 8, and it's Noah.
It's me.
Wow.
Noah, it's down 6
Drop of
spots.
6. Has anybody
seen
seen drop 6?
Guys, I won. I'm second in points 4.
You won.
I'm 4-1. Why am I down here at 8?
Tell us.
Yeah, it was pretty brutal news for both Achan and Jefferson. Just got worse and worse throughout the week. It's like, oh, they tweaked knee or hamstring. It's like, okay. Oh, they might miss a few weeks. Oh, they're both on IR. Okay, great. Beautiful, thank you.
It happened at the same time too. Like
yeah,
both the
and unfortunately they both hit IR after waivers, so I had to. I couldn't put either in my IR slot.
Yeah,
but yeah, I made some big fab plays. I think they were warranted as just like a desperation attempt to save my season. Because I wouldn't be surprised if either player is back to full strength until like week 11. So that means I want to be like 6-5 ideally by then to make a playoff push. So that's the plan for now. Certainly not out of it. I
4-1. So you got.
So me and Sam had me at 6, and Luke had me on 10, which is fair because like right now my squad sucks. But I still feel like I have a good shot at playoffs. So that's why I had myself at 6, even though like right now, I would take Josh's roster over mine.
That's what
obviously.
I saw it as. It's just the record.
Yeah.
It's like I played record into the part of my rankings because I just think you do have time for those guys to come back.
Yeah. Fortunately, I'm not 3-2 or God forbid 2-3, and have to deal with these injuries as well. So
you're not panicking too hard.
Right,
just
yeah.
Yeah, I've been down on your team all year. Obviously, those guys are studs, and so I put you 10 purely because I don't think you win a game until they come back. And we can look. Maybe you have.
Possible.
I
What's the
mean,
schedule?
I don't know if that's a bold take. Yeah, I'm looking. I'm trying to find your schedule right now. So next week you'll play Guy. That's not
I think I
fun.
have Bryn when he's has a lot of bye players.
The week after that you play Bryn, and Bryn will have no one on bye.
No
Week
one?
9
No.
you'll play against Kessner. Week 10 you'll play against me. Week 11 you'll play against not Josh. You'll play against Santos. So there's your first like hopeful win, and maybe they're back by then. That when I was looking at it, I was like, oh my god, like you're hitting your hardest part of the season and you're down your top 2 players.
Well, I do play Guy with Spears on bye.
Jack.
There you go.
Yeah.
Or sorry, not Spears. Chase.
Oh,
Chase
okay.
and
that
Spears.
could be big. That could be big.
Yeah.
I didn't see that. But yeah, it's tough. I mean, this is fantasy. It sucks.
Yeah, why do we play this game?
Justin Jefferson was the wide receiver 1, and
Silly
HM was the running back 3, and they both go down the same day. Like,
I did see that something that the first pick is cursed by
So true.
like the past 6-7 years. It's Justin Jefferson, Jonathan Taylor, Christian McCaffrey, Saquon Barkley, Le'Veon Bell, and David
Gosh, I should
Johnson.
have picked second. Dang.
All of them either got injured, for a super long time, or held out. But
Le'Veon,
yet, for some
stupid
reason,
idiot.
or just have been bad. The first pick for the past 6 years have been busts, which is crazy.
I had CMC rank 1, and I'm not just saying that. I was pretty vocal about that at the draft. I don't know about you guys.
I mean, that was
Oh
right.
yeah, I had CMC1.
Good job. You're
Hey,
right.
if I hadn't
I'm-
taken Jefferson, you would be wrong right now. Think about that.
What?
Because he
No.
would have gotten injured or been a bust somehow.
No. That's not how this works.
Yes,
That's
it
how this
is.
works.
The number one
No,
pick
it
is
doesn't.
how
number
this
one
works.
overall
Move
pick.
to curse.
No, it's cursed. It's cursed, bro. I'm telling
I mean,
you.
Jefferson.
Because
is a
another
fine pick.
I can
fantasy consensus,
sympathize with you now because I
CMC was
had
one.
number 1 overall last year. I know what it's like.
I
It's
mean,
terrible.
I would be a lot more upset if he was out for the year.
Right.
Like, this
Yes.
is fantasy football. I will play a team that puts up 85 points in a
It's
freak
true.
week sometime.
And there will be a week where Josh Allen just 40 burgers and you'll be
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah,
Like,
Josh
I
Allen-
still have.
That's what
so
Sanchez
now,
has been
now I'm
running
Josh
for
Allen in a
years.
dream. I'm the new Josh Allen in a dream here. But like, I still have Mark Andrews who can drop 25. I still have other players that can put up points. So I don't think I'll go winless until.
Yeah,
week
that's
11.
a pretty
And if
hot
I'm
take.
5 and 6, I still have a chance. Like,
I like being
I'm still
spicy.
playing for playoffs.
Yeah.
We'll keep ranking every week. Moving on to Josh. We are consensus that Josh is number 7. What is going on?
Let's go.
We all decided Josh is 7.
He's mid.
And I know for me,
You finally got a win.
huh?
You finally got a win.
Yeah. finally
against
got the
me.
Against him.
Oh, yay. Good job.
But I think Breece Hall, I know I moved him up from when I had him last year because Breece Hall's emergence, yes, against the Broncos, is huge for this team to pair with Mostert. Hopefully, he can
yeah.
get consistent production with that. And
He should.
Olave, but sitting him, behind the middle of the pack, we have question marks at Olave. The Niners pair that he has are just flip-flopping. Kittle had a great game. I did not. This is the story of this team, and you want to talk about Najee Harris.
I don't want to talk about Najee Harris.
Okay, moving
Yeah,
on.
he sucks. Moving on.
He's terrible.
Yeah,
He's
well,
terrible.
no, for real though, just real quick, his bench is garbage, but holy cow, that starting roster is pretty
Yeah.
spicy. I like looking at that starting roster.
Has he really dealt
I
with
love
injuries?
his receivers, AJ Brown and Ayuk. Like that roster should be putting up 110 to 120 with a pretty safe floor.
And yet it hasn't.
Yeah, we've only
Yeah.
seen
It's
it
not.
one time.
Yeah,
Or 2 times, I guess.
2, yeah.
Well, not homie. Where did he? Yeah, okay, so yeah, he lost putting up 130. That's rough.
Yeah,
So it should be
that's
2.
rough.
Yeah, and when we had the good old Tank Doctor on, he talked about like woulda, shoulda, coulda, and we said like, all right, prove it, and we very hit and miss. So I think 7's a good spot. Bryn's at 6. Me and Noah have him at 5. and Sam has him at 10, which is dragging him down. And Sam, I want to ask, I think I can. We've talked about why this team should be bad, but it's not.
I still don't believe in it. I still don't believe.
I
don't believe it. I don't believe it. It's fake news. It's fake
He's
news.
the only team to cross 600 points.
I don't.
Should be
I don't
5-0
believe
by expected wins.
That's,
Undefeated.
that's the
believe it.
craziest stat.
Yeah, that is crazy.
It should be 5-0.
His points against are 618. It's crazy.
I have more.
I don't. But your team sucked. This team is producing day in and day out. This last week with the whole JT coming back and is Moss going to go to the bench?
Okay, we all saw that coming because JT was on a pitch count.
I
He's
didn't.
getting an increased workload.
I didn't see 142 with some receiving work in there. Moss is the truth. Why did the Colts pay JT? I don't understand.
JT's good. He's good at football.
Is he?
Yes,
We don't know that yet.
Yes, he
Um,
is.
And that's a huge question mark, but like Bryn keeps scoring. It's hard for me to rank him lower when he's the most consistent team in the league. Like they keep doing it. Am I Justin? Talk me out of this.
No, I can't, man. Like I keep looking at this roster. I'm like, this roster sucks, and then I keep looking at the points for it, and like, this team's great. So clearly, I'm just
good.
wrong. Like I'm just wrong about this team.
Clearly, we don't know fantasy football. That's what we're
Yeah,
saying.
clearly, know Brent knows what he's doing. But I mean, we were texting me, Luke and Josh were texting about this. Bryn is a glass cannon. Like
It's
he
so
can
bad.
put out some damage, but one little boink and the whole thing falls apart. And
Yeah,
I mean,
it's gonna happen.
just
We all know
don't
it's gonna happen.
never look at the bench because the bench is like the
It
worst.
doesn't exist for this.
It doesn't
team.
Yeah.
exist. Like so.
I think
But,
that's the thing. There's no contingency plan for when it does go wrong, and it's going to go wrong. We know it's fantasy football. He can't sustain this trend. It's going to happen.
Buys are coming, so
Exactly.
we'll
Buys are
we'll see.
coming. Injuries are going to happen. It's like he's one injury away from this whole team just going away. We all know Zach Moss his workload is going to get taken away. It's just a matter of time. It's a ticking bomb. That's why I'm so low on this team. That's why I'm so low.
Okay. Well, when he poops the bed, I'll rank him lower.
Okay, fair.
Like
I'm just anticipating it.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta give him some credit, at least temporarily.
Yeah, when it happens, we can bury him. But it's like, good Lord, Bryn, good job, buddy. I got something else for you. And speaking of this team is going to benefit tremendously from the Justin Jefferson injury. I think Hawkinson is going to make a name for himself.
Oh yeah.
All right, going to 5. It's Mark. Noah, you're super down on Mark. Explain.
Am I?
You have him at 8.
At 8? So who did I put above him?
lot of
Josh,
people.
Bryn.
More than half the league.
7 other
So-
people.
I think I have, well, like just in the immediate range. I think I have a better chance of playoffs than Mark right now. Let me check out his roster.
We got Cousins, Edwards,
so
Kamara,
I'm
Diggs,
downgrading
Adams.
Cousins here because of the Jefferson news. That was kind of big for him. I don't believe in Pitts just yet, so it's kind of like Kamara, Diggs, and Adams, and not much else. I did boost Josh above him just because I think Josh has a chance to go on a run here. Like if he can get back to 500, he could do really well. Because I really like his roster at this moment. But the only other difference between I think me and you guys is having myself over him. Why
Yeah.
do you like him so much, Sam? You have him the highest.
You do
I
have him
do.
highest.
I think a couple things.
Hold up 1
Well,
second.
first of all, I
hold
think
on, Sam, hold on. Our recording has stopped.
No, it hasn't.
No, it hasn't.
I got a notification that said it had.
It says it's
Looks like it's
recording
going
on
for
my
me.
part.
Okay, we can keep going, I guess. All right, sorry, keep going. I'm surprised. Okay.
I was just gonna say record plays into
Are
it.
you
3-2.
muted, Justin?
If Justin's trying to talk, I can't hear him. Go ahead, Sam.
I was just saying that record plays into it. I definitely played 3-2. Definitely helps to be up. I think Kamara really helps this team with struggling Derek Carr. He's going to get a lot of offloading, those throw down works, like check down work. I think that's going to definitely help. And I think we've kind of seen that with Olave's work. He hasn't been throwing the ball very far. And then also just the Diggs and Adams is like such a solid. I think Diggs is definitely wide receiver 2 rest of the year behind Tyreek. I believe that. I think he's just consistent. And with Josh Allen and the Bills look great. I am a little down on like the flex spot. I think between either DK Metcalf or Zay Flowers, like that's kind of meh. But low key, kind of high on the Falcons right now, and that's maybe a little biased because I have Drake London. But if potentially Taylor Heineke takes over, they could throw the ball a lot more, which that could happen very soon. Because Desmond Ridder sucks. So that's a couple things. And then I think his running back RB2 situation could maybe improve, but Gus is going to be fine, I guess. I mean, he's been very mid, but I think the highlights are really in the wide receiver, Diggs and Adams. I think they can really carry you to a win. And then Cousins has been pretty great, honestly. Even with Jefferson out, I think they're still going to throw the ball an insane amount because they're just going to be down all the time.
So I'm mostly with you. I will say Ridder this last week attempted 37 passes, completed 28, had 330 yards and a touchdown, and that really contributed to Pitt's offense. And we've been begging for Arthur Smith to use Pitts the right way. I'm not saying it's happened, but I could see the potential. Like, I think we're all kind of hovering, like, Sam's saying this could happen. We're saying it might not. If it does happen, I think Mark can fly up the rankings a little bit if he finds that consistent play at tight end. But I'm with you, Noah. You got to show me a couple weeks before it happens. There we go. He's back.
Moving on to Luke, who
I'm at 4. We're all
up because of my colossal drop.
Yeah, everyone up top moved up.
I think, actually from Bryn, everyone onward has moved up one spot except for a guy.
Yeah.
Just because I had collapsed.
And we all agreed that I'm at 4. So good job, team.
1 up from 5.
Hey.
All right, let's move on. Next team.
Yeah. I don't need to bench, so we can talk about Ken if you need to. I will say just real quick, DJ Moore.
Yeah,
is a good football player.
Scored just enough points for you to win your week last week.
0.16 points.
I think
was it that close?
It was
0.16.
0.16.
I think this team is so backwards in the fact that your running backs are low key really bad, but your wide receivers are low key really good. That's kind of my take on this team.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same.
My team, my running backs are fine.
They're fine.
I think
they had a bad week last week.
I think Henry gets taken over by Tajay.
James Cook. I think Derrick Henry might be running back 3, but he can still boom. We've seen it happen twice already, so it's not like he can't do it. But Kyren Williams has been a revelation at running back. But the receivers are like, I'm fine with starting any 2 of my 4 receivers, like Brown, Pickens, Moore, Evans.
Yeah,
and I was like the laughing stock of the league in terms of receiver depth when we entered, and I drafted all of these guys. So I feel good about that. I feel really good about that. So yeah, but yeah, I think my floor is really safe, which I really like. 2 has been fantastic. Waller finally had his breakout game. Hopefully he continues. He's hurt right now. He might be hurt, so I picked up Komet, who's been great. So we'll see. We didn't talk more. I'm very happy with my squad. Moving to 3, it's Ken. Ken moves up 1. And the big news to talk about Ken is James Conner's injury. And I think Ken's weak spot was the flex all along. Are you guys happy playing a mixture of McLaurin, Josh Palmer, Rashid Shaheed?
No.
I mean, and who's this tight end? Fergie, has Fergie been good?
He
was bad.
He's been okay.
Yeah, he's playable. He's a body.
Yeah. He's a body. Stick him in there.
Yeah. It's not gonna dead you.
It's just like everyone's so bad at tight end, it doesn't really matter.
finally got some play at quarterback last week with Sam Howell, and immediately puts Trevor Lawrence back in. Who are the Skins playing? Atlanta. Okay, I don't get it, but okay. All right. But CMC, Noah beat Ken last week, and I really think it's because CMC decided, or the Niners decided, we don't need to play football in the fourth quarter. Put everyone away. Lowest output of the season, but CMC has been the best player in fantasy, I think.
Yeah, he's number
Up
one
to this
overall.
point. It's crazy. Absolutely nuts. I love. There was a press conference with with Kyle Shanahan, and he was like, "I can't. It's hard for me to take him off the field. He's so good. Like we take him off, and I'm like, all right, get back in there."
Yeah, George Kittle was saying on the Pat McAfee show, if you're not hammering like CMC a touchdown, like if you're not betting on that, I don't know what you're doing. It's just free money.
Yeah, this team's really good. Anything else to talk about? I mean, Ken Kessner guy. Kessner's at 2, guys at 1. These teams haven't really suffered the injury bug. Kessner has Eckler coming back.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So you know, he's sustained a 3-2 record.
Yeah, I bumped him
with
up to
Eckler coming
1
back
because of that.
I don't understand how you guys have Kessner at 2 and Guy at 1.
Yeah, I put him at 1.
Oh yeah, so Sam has Kessner at 1.
That's a good
I'll
question.
tell you why. Bijan. Wait, what is happening? Are people on bye here? Okay, so the B-Rob combo, I guess, hasn't been as hot as I thought, as I remember.
Yeah.
But Jamar Chase, Samuel, Myers, Ingram. Guy is not seriously starting Tyjae Spears, is he?
He is.
He is.
All right, so let's play a game real quick. Don't look at the ranking sheet. Don't look at the ranking sheet. Where does Guy place in points for?
Oh, do I need to guess?
Yes, you need to guess.
Is he's third, isn't he?
I'm gonna say 5th.
6th. I'm gonna say he's mid.
What did you say, Luke?
He's third. I say he's third.
Sam is correct. 6th.
Let's go!
Yeah,
I knew it.
So you have the number 1 team has the 6th most points for.
Okay, you've convinced me.
Where's Kessner?
Kessner is
572.
1, 2, 4th, but he's only 1 point behind 3rd.
Dang. I mean, didn't Guy not even put up over 100 with Jamar Chase putting up like half those points?
He put up like 104, I think.
Yeah, he barely put up 100 with even Jamar Chase going off.
And here's my thing with Kessner. Kessner destroyed me with half of his team on bye and
Yeah.
Amon-Ra St. Brown injured. And who else did he have injured? He had
Eckler.
somebody else injured.
Eckler.
Or Eckler was on bye.
His
but
best
also
player
bad.
has not been playing for like the last
Yeah, he gets
5
Eckler
weeks.
and Amon-Ra back now. You got to think that Mahomes will get better. He hasn't been playing
All
up
right,
to his own
Justin, you
standards.
convinced
So
me.
yeah, all right.
It's
So
done.
there is a
Kessner
change.
is at number 1.
Kessner has moved up 2 spots to go to 1.
These rankings are so official. You know what? I'm number 1. I'm number 1.
I mean, to be honest, like I would have had Guy below Ken and Luke. I think.
Really?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have put him that low.
Well, I mean, I had him at 3 last week, so it's only a drop of 1. So
I'm still putting him at 2.
I'm getting the love from Justin over here. I appreciate it.
your team's good, man.
It is good. I really am very happy with my team. Yeah, am I crazy? The biggest thing of me being down on Kessner's team is like the Jags have to pop off for him to pop off, I feel like. But Eckler is coming back.
I think the Jags will do better.
The Jags are so hot and cold. I mean, look at Calvin Ridley. 20 points.
I low-key
4,
like Christian Watson.
5,
I don't think he has
10.
to start Ridley after Watson gets back from the bye week.
I would not start Christian Watson over Calvin Ridley every week.
Well, and he doesn't even have
You
to
could,
start
though.
ETN technically.
You have to start ETN because ETN can score 30. No one else, like Eckler is the only other player on the roster who can maybe do that. Like has the chance to do that. Walker can do it. So you're playing those 3, 100%. You're playing Amon-Ra St. Brown because he's such a stud. But even Amon-Ra, 16, 11, 15, 14, like this floor is great. This is not a trash take on Kessler. I'm just saying, like, those boom weeks are when the Jags will really pop off, and I hate being in that place. He also beat you with Dallas
could-
Goedert actually doing something. Like,
You could
how many
pop off
times is that going to
without
happen?
Ridley popping off.
Yeah, I think
His
so,
team is that
too.
good.
Eckler can
I mean,
go
and
off.
also
he
the
has two
thing
running
with
back
this-
ones that
Yeah.
aren't Austin Eckler.
Yeah, exactly.
And also the thing with this team is that Kessler hasn't. I don't think he's made it. Has he made a trade? He might have made one like
He
months
made,
small.
but it wasn't. It was like,
there's so much
Quinton
trade
Johnson for somebody or
capital
something.
on this team,
Yeah,
and like that's something I would factor in is like you can make moves if he has how much fab has he spent? Not a lot.
not a lot
He's
at
got a
all.
lot
Like $2, I think.
He has 87 fab.
So
Yeah,
$13.
he's got fab. He's got assets out of the wazoo. He can make moves. The team's great. He's 3-2. Like there's not a lot to knock here.
I mean, you convinced me. I haven't won in my rankings.
Yeah.
You've done your job, Justin. he is number 1. Guys at 2, Ken's at 3.
Back to 1.
So there you have it. There's the rankings. I hope you guys, the listeners, appreciated the mental health episode. Hearing maybe you can kind of resonate with some of the pain that the rankers are feeling. Real quick, what's your guys' heat check on DeMarcado? I know Noah, you had to spend up just to have a body, but this was
Well,
a
not
polarizing
just a
player, I
body.
feel
Like
like.
I'm banking on the upside here.
Right.
The undrafted free agent looked great in the game. I mean, it's extremely risky. I'm not going to say, oh yeah, he's the shit.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
yeah, what do you guys think?
I like the move.
Kobayashi's.
for sure.
I mean, I think for me it was just like, let me get some depth at running back because people need it, and if he pops off, maybe I can trade somebody. That was my
He
thinking.
seemed like the best option on the wire this
Yeah.
week.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
for sure, by far.
Justin, you had a safety waiver in there just in case no one put in. Justin's got a bid for $0.
$0.
Just in case the entire league was sleeping
Hey,
at the
it's
wheel.
smart.
Hey, you never know, man.
My
never know.
bid was actually higher, and then I dropped it down to 33.
Are you serious? My bid was way higher and I dropped it. My bid, I texted Justin Josh. I had 32 in this morning until about 17 minutes or 18 minutes before waivers.
That would have felt so much better to beat it by $1.
I know.
Dang.
That's what I said. I said to Rob Noah of that satisfaction, priceless.
Don't give him that hope.
Yeah, because I still would have lost, but at least winning by 1 would have been like,
Yeah, I had 38 in and 18 for Osborne, but I was like, I probably don't need 38, and I really want Osborne, so I put $5 out into
I mean,
Osborne.
it's the largest
Yeah.
fab transaction of the season
Yeah, it is.
because Puka was 31.
Mhm.
Yep.
and
Pure
the upside is
desperation.
real. Like if DeMarcado pops off, there's no guarantee that Connor takes the job back.
Yep.
You know, like there's a chance that he's just the guy. Which
I'm
would
not
be
that
good.
optimistic.
Yeah, that's really optimistic.
I'm just hoping to get RB2 numbers for 4 weeks. That'd be
Just
golden
Yeah.
for me.
Get the
Yeah.
touches, boy.
Yeah.
Get some yards.
Get a touchdown and we're good.
Yeah. Fall in the end zone. Make life easy.
Yeah.
But that's a similar situation with Roshan Johnson too. Sam's pickup could.
That's my
potentially be
thinking.
the guy.
It's like
Good. I mean, there's the
we'll
chance.
see.
right?
We'll see what happens. And he could play this week. It's like 50-50 shot, I would say.
Yeah.
I mean, he played last Thursday, so he has 3 extra days to heal for the concussion. Luke Musgrave did the same thing. Got back from a concussion
Got-
in 1
got
week.
going.
So it's very possible that he comes back this week. And I mean, I'm probably not going to play him, but who knows? We'll see what happens. Not like it matters.
Cool.
My team won't
Let's
show
get
up.
out of here.
Yeah.
I
All
gotta
right,
go.
Sam. Thanks for coming on, buddy.
Yeah. Thanks for having me,
We will
guys.
see you all next week. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.